What holds up? Welcome back, and finally getting back to the Pillars of Eternity. Just to gotta remember where I actually am in the game now. Okay. No, I was traveling through Defiance Bay, doing the different stuff here. Let's see. This roll. These are abandoned farm on the path to Deerford. Ugh. Let's see. Lord of a Barren Land, confront Drake. Rifle's Udder, down with Durance, find the ruins beneath Kainoa, explore the endless path, go to the cliffs, Barkenberry Sanitarium. Oh, that's right. Heirloom Ostrich. Fires. I also mentioned that, but the keeper of the armory was one of the officers, so it was unlikely to return. Willingly. Sorry. Okay.
Absolutely.
I don't know where to go. No, I think all these places need a first fire and Brackenberry. Brackenberry is where the sanitarium is. Yeah, let's go that one first. Level 2, first fire or Brackenberry. Minutes. Show my stronghold. I don't know how much longer I got on. There's 21 hours. Okay. This is Raymont Manor and the Charred Barrel. See what's in Raymont Manor real quick. She's sensitive, okay?
I'll take a look.
Lord Raymont.
Good day, stranger.
If you have business to discuss, make an appointment with my attendants. I don't have time for unexpected events. I'm lord of this house and not prone idle chatter. If you have no business here, suggest you be off. Okay. How bad, homie? Servants.
I'm on the trail.
Anything? Nope. Okay. Through the many rooms. Okay. I was busy with his own books. More room on servants.
Quietly now.
Alright, let's see what's upstairs. Begging your pardon, but I'm afraid I'll have to ask you. Okay. My bad. No, I'm not backhand here. Yeah, I forgot it. Put the vestment back on. So much better to run around like this. Let's check this. She's in need to run me out of town. You tell her I'm not going anywhere without the medallion. Told Cyril I wouldn't let her sell it if that's what you're here about. And save yourself the trouble. If you have to ask, then you're obviously not here to shake me down. Cyril's a courtesan over at the Salty Mass and Andre's Gift. We've been working together for over a year now. Find a noble with more money than sense, fill him up with liquor, and send her way. They have a good time, and Cyril takes her fee and a little extra. 100 coppers here, drink it there. It's a bounty for us, and these lords and ladies never notice anything missing. Anyway, we always split the bounty until a week ago. Takes a necklace off of some noble. It's an Iguithan medallion, and you're priceless. That relic is sacred to my clan, but she won't part with it for any sum I could afford. And if I wanted to, I can't go home without it. That's a hard thing. No. I grew up in Glenfoth, the Shattering Spear clan. The Glenfothans have protected Iguithan ruins for thousands of years. It's the one duty the gods ask of us in exchange for the freedom to live as we please. Treasure hunters looted the ruins in our territory, and we left the wilds we dwelled in for generations. Most of my clanmates scattered to towns around the Deerwood and probably live on crusts of bread. Restoring this medallion to the ruins would earn us God's forgiveness. The Shattering Spear could go home. And the God's favor and so return home. It rather reminds me of a story I heard somewhere. She's a courtesan at Salty Master. She wasn't important to much, but she's done what she has to in order to escape that. She's a good friend. Without her, I'd probably be living hand to mouth like the rest of the Shattering Spear. This isn't about her or me. The 40 people in my clan and the way of life we've held to for generations. Was this or scrape by in the gutters like the rest of my clan? But I'd give it all for that medallion I offered to, but it's worth more than anything I've got, and Cyril knows it. You'll find her at the Salty Mast. The only way anyone sees her these days is by playing, so you'll have to go through Maya. But whatever you do, please don't hurt her. Okay. I'm done. Oh, it's you. It's good to see you. Well, we had a rough days here, but then we found this place. They were kind enough to hire us both. Things have been wonderful. I'll tell you how much we appreciate what you've done. Oh, don't want to do that. I forgot I could just do this.
How do you do?
It's not retirement. Used to be a warehouse back when Brackenbury saw more ship traffic, but it fell out of use when the area became mostly residential. I inherited it from some great uncle who never had any luck pawning it off of my cousins. Now it's a popular spot in Brackenbury. Nobles come to unwind and kith from other districts come to mingle. Get a few rough types too, but they behave in here. Besides, their coin's as good as anyone else's. I was a cartographer for the Duke for decades. Crossed the White March half a dozen times and mapped most of the ruins of Thambog. A good career, but one suited to younger men. When I came back to Defiance Bay for good, Cliver and a few other friends of the Knights helped me get the rights to refurbish this place. There's strong ale, quality entertainment, and a fresh sea breeze. What more could a man want? Cool. Just wanted to see what they had. Okay. Just some bandits, meeting in the basement for whatever reason. We don't know each other, stranger. Best to keep it that way. To look like good wine and a little peace and quiet. And Skarian doesn't ask too many questions. I'm a sailor and a liberator of certain goods. The nice thing about the snobs here is that they're usually too polite to ask more. Okay. I will take my leave. I got a quest out of this place anyways. That's all I want. house is gonna be here. Alright, let's do this. Portrait house, I'm just gonna sanitarium, house, Duminal. Okay, let's go in this house. Just, you know, any house I can find.
Hail and well met.
You carry whispers, kid, new, good veil, old voices indeed. As a cipher, it's my job to know these things and carry the whiff of agents. Not as much as I would like, unfortunately. My duties for Lady Webb require me to focus my talents elsewhere. What brings you to Dunrid Row? Not at liberty to discuss my work, unfortunately. Dunrid Row ears only. It's filling me the confidence of Lady Webb before I could share. Hollowborn growing unrest and the ever-present political intrigues. So many missing souls, missing persons are the least of our concern these days. I check for soul connections, looking for lost things, missing things, or troublesome things, particularly where people of power and influence are concerned. I'm a cipher. In Air Glenfath, we were once known as Bishalgwyn, Mind Hunters. Nice title, yes, but it wasn't until the Animancers began working with my kind 40 years ago that we truly understood our power. Now we make some of the best detectives in the world, tracing souls. We can look at a person and see where they have been, or look at a weapon and see who has touched it. Useful for solving crimes, as you can imagine. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Don't worry about it.
Laying low.
See if there's anything else in there. Okay. The question is, where's Lady Webb? I'm gonna talk to Lady Webb. All the quests I can get.
You must gather your party.
Guess I won't go see Lady Webb yet.
Have you ever chased a skirt wizard? Or do you merely hide behind them?
Don't pawn your personal problems off on me.
Hail
They will
and well
use
met.
you, cast you off when it suits them. Never speak another word to you.
Do you mind? I'm rather busy. What are you so busy with? I'm studying soul attachment. We all know that souls move into people at birth and out of them at death. We all have questions about what makes them stick, so to speak. Souls power bodies and give their tissues life, but only when they're firmly attached. It's separation that leads to a whole spate of soul-related ailments, including the Hollowborn. If we understood how to reattach souls, we could end Waidwin's legacy, or Wydwin's legacy, maybe even conquer death. That's a theory anyway. Unfortunately, I don't have all the research I need to put into practice. Manuscript called the Theorems of Pangram. Contains research from Pangram's experiments on detached souls. A copy in the Elder Archives. Daring Animatsy texts, not something generally circulated among novices, nor easy to get a hold of. Theorems could advance my research by leaps and bounds, but Grimda, the High Archivist, worships Whale Which means she has some paradoxical views on sharing and restricting knowledge. And since she is not exactly a proponent of animancy, she tends to restrict the kind of information that would be useful to me. I'm going to try, but she wouldn't be the first. Look at me, spilling my troubles. It's kind of you to listen, but I should really get back to my work. Pangram was an animancer. Pangram was an animancer working in the Deerwood. He had some interesting theories about essence and some rather innovative techniques for studying it. He was able to reattach souls to bodies after death, although he wasn't able to prevent his patients from degenerating. He was controversial to say the least, but many are starting to realize that he was merely ahead of his time. Well, there seems to be a time problem with reattaching souls after deaths. The bodies will reanimate and may even retain memories and personality, but they develop a hunger for flesh, living soul-infused flesh. Without it, they start to devolve, decaying mentally and physically. If the process goes too far, which it eventually does, they become mindless corpses attacking anything that moves. We haven't figured out a way to avoid that. And you wonder why Grimda won't share this research with you. Nonsense. Necromancy is magic. This is science. Alright. Doesn't really need books. Hall of Revealed Mysteries is rather protective of his books. Especially the rare ones. And Grimda in particular. She hates animancy. Thinks it's dangerous. I don't see how you can run the greatest library in Deerwood and be so adverse to the spread of knowledge and research, but I've never understood these religious types. Archives hold the rarest, most arcane, and most powerful texts in the Deerwood. Think of it as the inner sanctum of the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Needless to say, you need Grimda's permission to enter. Interesting matters related to Wademan's legacy. Wademan's legacy first taught rise in Hollowborn children and Deerwood in recent years. Some have also connected it to so-called biowax that blow through Air Glenfath. There's hardly any reliable data on those, though, so I can't really comment. I don't much care for the term Widewind's legacy. It reeks of superstition, but it's too prevalent to change at this point. Personally, I'd like to see people take a more methodical approach to these matters rather than throwing up their hands and blaming the gods. Don't think the dear ones see too much fun in that. To the sanitarium. When such of a middle-aged man presides over the room, looking down and blinking over a bustle of harried items pestered by the hopeful desperate. A strong warmth emanates from it that you could sense from across the room. There's a human soul stored beneath the stonework. You feel its attention turned to you. It has been some time since a washer graced these halls. I am envious of your natural insights, traveler. I can only imagine how it might have helped in my work in life. Now, what is it that brought you to my sanitarium? Mordred, of course. You'll find him downstairs in the first room on the light. You come to be in your present state. Statue, you mean? Well, I was old. It seemed wrong to me. A lifetime spent in pursuit of discovery, wanting to lose it all in death. Somewhere, someday, I would wake up in a new body, none the wiser, pursue a different course entirely. All that experience wasted. If we are ever to unearth the principles behind our existence, it will be in spite of our condition. Of that I am quite sure. To live on as part of something I helped build seemed to me a better legacy than what nature had in store. The transfer itself was quite simple as our techniques go, and for that I am grateful. Playing with souls is far easier to accept when they are not your own. You must be able to take an active role in the scholarly efforts here. Now and again, one of our animators will humor me and consult over some problem, but they are a jealous breed, too often afraid to collaborate. If you're considering yourself, I can tell you that it isn't for the easily bored. Pleasure. I was coming here only concerned with cheating death in one way or another. We're an old institution as Deerwood goes. This is our 94th year. As with many cities, growth of Defiance Bay brought with it a host of problems. One of the worst was that those born with, shall I say, ill-favored souls came to populate its streets in droves, thus the sanitarium. Brackenbury was a natural fit. It was growing, but there was also a lot of money here back then. This owes its survival to the curiosities of the wealthy more than anything, I think. Our founding came at a time of great suspicion and animancy. Much like today, such progress has been lost to mishaps of a few careless practitioners. But in time, it was forgotten, as all things are. Since then, we have been at the forefront of animancy's resurgence. We have played host to many gifted researchers and pushed the boundaries of our knowledge in ways never thought possible. Some of the first safe transferences were done here, and we have pioneered work in soul purification, lineage analysis, preservation. It's really quite the list. I feel part of my pride. Today, well, I can't say it's exactly the same. There have been some push to shut us down. It comes from Deerwood's more excitable denizens, whose minds are more passionate than thoughtful, I'm afraid. People see this legacy, and they see it involves something they don't understand. So it's natural for them to suspect people whose understanding exceeds theirs looks to them like we're hiding something. We have a representative of the palace this very moment defending the entire science of animancy at a hearing before the Duke. Absurd as it sounds. It does not go well. It could be animancy in Deerwood. Fear of our may be swayed by all this unrest. Irrational though it may be, we shall see. Alright. Use the first room on the right. The master scrolls fierce, and a parchment scroll wall is heavy and dense to the air, coming off on the objects. His lips move in silent discourse. Your shadow falls over his scroll. He looks up to you with mingled perplexity and
Good day
irritation.
to you.
He focuses whites, more specifically how to cure them. Lawburn, who received a transplanted animal soul during infancy, one of Animancy's early efforts to cure the legacy, if not a successful one. They show signs of developmental abnormalities throughout their childhood, but when they reach adolescence, they become aggressive, feral. Still, victims in need of care. We Animancers were trying to do something about the crisis, better than letting it swallow a generation of children. Despite the controversy, it only went so far because at first it seemed to work. We called it the salvation. Children that had never been responsive to any kind of stimuli suddenly seemed aware of their surroundings, their families. Complications don't begin until puberty. That's when the incompatibilities between body and soul take shape. Children become violent, ravenous. But we paid dearly for our mistake, I promise you. Your mobs hunted down animancers and burned down their homes, with them still inside often as not. We're calling it the cruel salvation, and many still loathe us for it. But we wanted to stop the legacy as much as anyone. But begged for help, and we did what best we could. So I don't know if that absolves us. Just think of all the families that could be healed, the lives that could be restored. What could be more important? Animancy has an answer here. I know it. It's simply a matter of working it out. He was, a colleague of mine. He was primarily a necromancer, but he was involved in animancy too. For years, I dare say, everyone here has heard of him. Just most recently, I believed he was seeking new opportunities in the Valen Republics. The advances they're making in animancy really are quite remarkable. I can't speak English. The advances they're making in animancy really are quite remarkable. Surely you have heard. Perhaps you haven't. No, I don't get out of the sanitarium much. Heard differently. Just what are you insinuating? If this is your idea of a joke, I assure you it's a very poor taste. So you didn't seek a blade into his chest and dump him into the catacombs? He'll be relieved to hear that. Oh. Very well. Yes, I killed him. I killed that beast because nobody else had the spine for it. He was a madman. Years of perverse experiments, twisting healthy souls, torturing damaged souls, and for what? He flayed the essence from Glamphothan indignance for his amusement. If the public had known half of his deeds, they'd have razed this place to the ground. He used the sanitarium to disguise his own sick proclivities. He brought shame on all of us and put the entire discipline at risk. I regret nothing. Anyway, now you know the whole grisly story. Ms. Grimoire, what's that madman been telling you? You've misled. There's no Grimoire here, and he never intended for you to find one. There's a thing has an insatiable hunger for blood. Thank you for denying him. I hope I can convince you now to return and slay him once and for all. I don't know what he's promised you, but he's already lied to you by the grimoire. I don't have it. But I've told you, but that evil, deceitful man hasn't swayed you over. I don't know what else to say. Trust him at your own peril.
How do you do?
No, but you know, should I kill him? So not. Yeah, I'm cool going in. Oh, I should probably go see if there's anything else down here for me to grab while I'm at it.
I'd be glad to.
Good day to you.
Cussy, here I am, looking so hard for answers from research that I do not see the kiss standing in front of me. What can I do for you? According to my research grant, I study awakenings. Subliminating pre-awakened souls has been one of GameMS's greatest successes, and I'm working on a method to replicate the process of an awakened soul. The truth is, I find very few suitable subjects here. Widewood's legacy has left plenty of awakened souls, but most are too broken for study. Here I'll return to Revua with nothing more to show for my efforts. It was interesting, but not the kind of awakening I can study, I'm afraid. I just need someone whose awakened soul can be triggered with predictable stimuli. Souls such as these tend to manifest as alternate personas in the host. Even the Bill Reach incident, the little slow people in the republics are more accepting of the risks, less superstitious, ready to try anything that shows promise. It is, but such is the way the people here are fierce about their sovereignty, but they're not so independent from their dear brothers and their Glenfatha neighbors as they would like to think. The few advances they need. Okay, so I have to get back to the sewers and go kill Peleg, which is honestly fine with me. Okay, you gotta kill him anyways. Even if I don't like, technically have to. Check this building out.
Hail and well met.
Right news. State's family. Much of Defiance Faith's prosperity is due to Dominel's business activities. Yeah. Okay. Dang it. I wanted to explore, but I guess not. I guess it doesn't really matter which one I go through. I'll just get over here. I'll click over here just to go get Honor's gift access as well. And then head back to Copperline. Catacombs. Yeah. Here. Did I not loot this body? Thought I looted everything. Not. Oh, Vodka.
And what does the flame reveal?
Just want to make sure I didn't like miss a trap in here or something. I haven't saved in forever. No need for vendors now to serve another purpose. Okay, we must murder said man.
I'm here. Hey.
Let's see. Knock him down. Bear. Fox, go for that thing.
Following your lead.
Just start shooting him.
What?
And you hit here.
Aye.
Take a step back. Hit.
Ready, Watcher.
Hit him. Well, actually, you hit that guy. Holy crap, I blew that guy up.
Yes?
Hey.
Yo. Blood radiance.
Following your lead.
How may I help?
I'm here.
That's it!
Wow, okay. They died a lot faster than I was expecting. Isn't the bloodstone like a caged Stogar? So the fierce energy. Woman in heavy leather armor bearing twin daggers. Next to her is a man, young and handsome, calls her Rowena. Vision swept to Plainfield. A woman swept plain next to a lake. 50 men and women in their marching leathers lay dead, their bodies contorted and deformed by some sinister sorcery. Rowena falls among them, her body collapsing next to the young man he saw earlier. She's too weak to speak, but then Dalton appears nearby. Lone figure strides across the battlefield, barely bothering to step over the corpses. His eyes are filled with unnatural light and fixed on Rowena. Terror and what little life remaining in her body departs. When he takes the helmet from around her neck, you feel her anguish soul trapped within it. Soldier's pulses with warmth, fills your minds with memories of a young man who's both bold and generous. Fearing despair and awe, his images way to all you can feel are cold, crimson walls pressing against you, and something loathsome feeding off of you as the years fade into decades. Shattering the soul inside, rising to spin among stars.
Absolutely.
And what does the flame reveal?
Thing? Okay. Give it all to him. Everybody's got equipped. You don't actually have you should have a regular heavy armor equipped. Got something better for you? Some fine mail armor. Yeah, take that. And then what does Grimoire have? Let's do another Grimoire. Why not? Learn that. And Ray of Fire. That'd be good to have. Can learn all these spells. Crafting. Have anything else? I don't think I have any rings to give people. It's fine. I think I died real fast though. I'm not expecting him to explode that quickly. Guess I should have, though. I'm probably kind of high level for this, some of this stuff right now. I think I could probably go fight Raedric now if I wanted to. Same time, I don't really want to go
You've been on
date.
your own for 5 years,
I've had Itamok.
but you can't talk to him.
My standards changed around year 2.
Greetings.
But for so long, just have her close to me. To visit in my dreams, that'd be enough. What about her? If you keep her trapped in this amulet for the sake of your own comfort, you'd be no better than the wizard who imprisoned her. You're right. Please, let me do it. That's the rush from it. Thank you for showing me reason. Perhaps she'll wait for me in the next life. By the flame, she won't have to wait long. Please, take this from my old adventuring days. I think it's time I finally let go. What do you give me? Der Undebitte. Around a minute. Interesting. We're using this on him, which I think I'd rather use. Sure, I picked up something else. Oh wait, no, it was the omelet. Amulet. Not omelet. Cool. That quest is done. Got a lot of quests. Oh, you know what? I should probably go tell that one dude that I killed. The guy. See what he says.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Let's go, buddy. See.
You had 5 siblings?
That's right. Between the 6 of us, I don't think the house has known a single day's quiet. Of course, a little chaos makes it far easier to get away with mischief.
Yes, I can imagine that comes in handy.
Super says.
Gods keep you.
The rest easy. Done great service for Animancy. For the same. Okay, that's all he says. It's boring. I was hoping you'd say something more. With you. Andre's gift, I suppose. See what I can find over here. Open house, room, check the house, Vanning Trading Company, and Salty Mast. All the. Let's go in the first abandoned house. See what's in there. So.
You're from Gilded Vale? Then you're close to home.
Let's see. Anything? Or does not care about me taking anything here.
And what does the flame reveal?
Or is somebody's house like this? Anything here? Who are you? Self lives here. Check it out. Alright, my bad. My bad, fam. I mean, it definitely just stole a bunch of money from you, but whatever. He had it coming. Wasn't considered stealing according to the game.
Fox bite?
Yes.
Can I pet him anyway?
It's your hand.
I'm gonna pet him.
I definitely know where Edder's coming from with that one. So Campus Plus.
I'll see what I can find.
Chisel? Sure, I'll take it. You never know what that could be useful for. Oh, that's right. Excuse me. This will take me to Heritage Hill. Should make the unlock for it. We're broken. Sure. See it. Oh, I keep forgetting I need to put that in my craft. In my here. Okay.
I've never been to Nasitak. Is it very cold? What creatures wander the tundra? How are your leaders chosen?
Do you always ask this many questions?
Well, that's just to get us started. Let me get out some parchment for notes.
Ask whatever you want. If I don't know, I'll make something up.
I can do that.
Guess I'm going here. Shh. Anything
And
secret?
the fire shows me something new.
An opal. Okay. Guess there's nothing else in there.
God's damn that son of a girl. Want to run a down-on-its-luck Valiant trading company? If you have more than half a brain, you could really do something with it. As long as you're willing to clean up a few bloodstains. Exactly. If I knew that, I'd be in a better mood. The only thing I know exactly is that Mestre Verzano is determined to wind up in a grave before the season turns.
Okay.
Hail, traveler.
Yeah. No, sorry about that. I couldn't mute my mic in time. Yeah. No one came out of nowhere. Ugh. Bishop Glenn Mindmaker. Have anything? Have all this, obviously. Probably both of these as well. Keep the Wodica hood. Give me all your money. Okay. It's like the back entrance to the Valen Trading Company. I don't know.
Good day to you.
Yeah, you're late. I sent word to the exhibition hall yesterday, so we cannot wait. You mean, like, she's a paladin and employed the Valen Embassy. She's a good soldier, but also good at taking orders. Too hot-tempered. She's hot-headed, a woman and brother of paladins, and touched by gods in such an unusual way. Unless I can help you with her, shall I return? That you're not from the company I contacted at the exhibition hall, but you are here, and they are not. There's a bag of bitter squash seeds which are prized for the medicinal properties. Few merchants in Defiance Bay deal in them, but those who do know their value. My own couriers have been robbed and beaten these past few weeks, and seem some of my competitors resent my success. In any case, you are not a known associate. You would be left alone, and if not, you can handle yourself. As for your integrity, I suppose I will just have to trust you, as you will have to trust my assurances that you won't find a buyer outside of my contract. No. Excellent. Now, deliver this package to a man named Gareth at the Goose and Fox in Copper Lane. He will know what to do with it. And I shall see your payment.
Well met, friend.
Okay. Sure, why not?
Hail and well met.
Your company is it up? Please let me know how I can assist you. What is this place? The Valen Trade Company's Association of Merchants from the Valian Republics. We oversee trade deals and negotiations on behalf of our merchants. We're a warehouse where we store goods in transit. This is manager of the warehouse. Currently, I help Verzano run things, but I'll take over when he retires or when the company bosses back home decides it's time for new management. Very well. Okay.
Hail, traveler.
You, don't look like a guard, so you wouldn't be interested in making some coppers, would you? The one down over there? Looking for someone to help me recover some missing cargo. Starting cold morning, we're making our way down the river, loading and unloading as we went, business as usual. What happened? When we reached Ina's Rest, we have agreed to, take on a few crates from some place called Cleobo. Go the lads, snuck a peek at the cargo, saw suits of armor and a broken scepter. Don't know why anyone would want a broken anything. Seen answers by dirty stockings if you say they came from the ruins. They're almost Defiance Bay when the screaming started. I've seen my share of barroom brawls, but this sounded different. I was topside with the captain, but he and the first mate went below decks to see what all the commotion was about. When they didn't come back, I looked into the hold. Saw one of the suited armors walking around all by itself. It was covered in blood. When it saw me, it started running for the hatch, so I closed it. I'm just a deckhand, but I was the only one left. I piloted the ship as best I could, but hit rocks as we were passing Brackenbury. Barely made it to Andre's gift where I had to jump overboard and swim for the docks. Do it up on the cardo, not to mention the payday, but when one of the lads pulled this up in his nets. Part of that scepter, from what I recall, there were 3 other pieces, and I bet you anything there's somewhere in the shallows too. Anyone could find them if they'd be profitable. Whatever they were, they cut down the rest of the crew like straw dummies. I doubt a little salt water would rust them anyway. I'm lucky to escape the ship like I did. I'm not taking chances with those things. And admit that I was smuggling relics, I doubt they'd arrest me. But I also doubt that I'd see any coin for this mess. You find the missing pieces of the artifact, and I've got an anniversary friend from Expedition Days who will find you a stack of coppers. All I want out of this is a few £100 for my lost payday. If that sounds fair to you, I'll give you the stone and the name of the contact. You have everything else. Seeing as a kid dredged the stone up in the net, I'd wager you could probably find something missing on the shallows during low tide. When we were young, I used to think she was a fool, retiring to some dusty study in Brackenbury, but after the horror of the boat, I'm thinking she made the wiser choice. I'm just careful with the cart from now on. I don't give a worm's wings about the Duke's trafficking laws, but I'm too old to fight ancient wars. Just want to enjoy my twilight years doing an honest day's work. Because I'm from the Ixamiddle Plains, Broadsand, and north of Deerwood. Not so different from the ocean, in a way. There are places where you can stand and turn a full circle and see nothing but the winds making waves in the grass. But at moments like this, I wonder what business the plainsman and me had tucked into the water. Dogs? I'll burn the dogs. Oh well.
Gods keep you.
Work. Pays good. No workers. Who's aren't suspicious cowards anyway. I offer good coin, but as soon as I tell them about the job, they say an oath to the Lady of Lament and spit over the dock. They all think the lighthouse is haunted ever since the flood of Andre's gift. Well, it's certainly clean enough souls to pack a lighthouse full to bursting. Back at the end of the war, Defiance, it was one of the finishing blows to the Adiran military. Cost us a lot though. The whole district was supposed to be evacuated, but not everyone left in time. The Adirans put anyone they found with a sword, like once you escaped the slaughter drawn hours later when Hadra's forces broke the dams. Luck will say the lighthouse keeper was one of the people who stayed behind and one of the last to die. I don't know why that makes the lighthouse any more haunted than the rest of the gift, but there you have it. Good. That's open into this foolishness. Just be careful. Not that I believe the ghost stories, but it is an old building, so watch your step. If only it's been uninhabited, it flooded Andre's gift. An inn, allegedly. The gift needs a spot with a little more class than the salty mast. This district has been in the dumps since the war of Defiance. It seemed ready for some fresh development, so imagine my excitement when I find this place. 3 floors tall and right on the water for sale at a reasonable price. So it suggested there were other interested buyers, so I closed the deal before I had taken time to really look into it. Stupid. Being from New Kiomar, I knew about the floods, but I didn't know about the superstitions surrounding the lighthouse, and the cellar was long gone by the time I found out. At this point, it'll be a miracle from Lady of Lament herself if I make any investment back. What gave it away? The accent or the fact that I was the dupe who paid coins for this place? From New Hiomar on the northern coast, small the Defiance space, so I came here hoping for some fresh opportunities, a chance to look good in this neighborhood. She closed the military. The whole district was supposed to be evacuated, but not everyone left. Yeah, okay. Let's see what else is around.
Yes?
Hail and well met.
Don't look like you're from the docks. Use your help. What's the brother? They were lying, saying you're captain of a sort. It's the captain, or rather, not the captain himself, but his chest or sea chest. He's all his valuables in there, tucked away safe. I was loading with the rest of things, what with us staying, and I may have gotten a little distracted. I wasn't gone long, just an hour at the salty mass. When I got back, the chest was gone. It really hasn't been that long. Whoever took it can't be far. But the shifts changed, and I'm on watch. Can't seek off to look for it, and the captain will kill me if he hears of it. Yeah, please, if you could get it back, I swear by the flame will make it worth your while. You can have my pay. I'm spending it to Captain Farnham's ways. Yes, well, the chest itself is pretty heavy. Nobody I've asked has seen it getting carried around either. Figured they must have snuck it off somewhere nearby, just out of sight. Can't have gone far. Forget a lock on it too, so I'm hoping they haven't got it open. Unless they take an axe to it. Nice. Oh, they got it open, I really am done for. Good feeling.
A simple test.
Yeah, sure.
That's settled.
Cool. Thanks for the goods.
A dozen Adiran ships were shattered against these levees during the War of Defiance. Best to heed the astrologers, I find, where tides are concerned.
Place gets my blood beating in all the right places.
That woman expects people to sleep in a
Greetings.
place like this?
Oh, yeah. That's definitely a little haunted. So it's always a good sign when you walk up to the front door and it you just hear ghastly screams in the background. Mm. And you just hear ghastly noises in
I
general.
can do that.
Good
That's
do that.
settled.
I had armor. He does not need a higher recovery. Oh my goodness. Everything and its mother just spawned in here.
Hey. I'm here. I?
Following your lead.
I'm here. I?
Okay. I have
What?
to click on you.
Hey.
You can go here. You can go there. You can go here.
Ready, Watcher.
I'm here. Yes.
Okay. The radiance.
How may I help?
So this hit those three. Hit
Following your lead.
him with one of those numbers.
Yes?
You're a little close. Dude, where do these guys come from? Why are there so many of them?
I?
Hit that one.
What?
You got any good spells I could cast here? Like that, yeah. Oh, dude, there's so many.
Yes?
Dude, I'm about to just like sack some guys to freaking drop a fireball here. I'll do that number. Okay. With the fact that I just about killed all my guys.
Following your lead.
And use that second wind.
I?
And then just attack this guy.
I'm here. Hey.
Yes?
Ready, Watcher.
Yes?
Use a spell.
Settle!
This guy's downed.
Hey.
Yes?
Hey. I'm here.
Settle!
Following your lead.
Can't get a good shot at this.
Holy crap, that was so many shades. That was a bit crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and save. Yeah, this place is definitely haunted. That's
I'm
a
here.
safe assumption.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
I'm not fighting like 30 of these guys again on the next floor. So
Now
that would be
this I haven't seen before.
annoying. Oh my goodness.
How may I help?
It's really hard to see. I'll just like walk out of the room for a second. Okay.
Hey.
Turn around, fight that. Bear, fight that.
What?
You fight that thing. Actually, go ahead and cast this.
Yes?
You can fight that.
Following your lead.
Hit that. That.
Ready, Watcher.
No, you're gonna use that on that guy.
I'm here.
How may I help?
You're gonna cast this here. And you're gonna do this again.
Hey.
How may I help?
I'm here.
It's no use!
This isn't working.
Jeez. I think messed up at her. Very, very much haunted.
Let's see what lies this way.
Do I have to take a freaking rest break in the middle of this place? Oh, there's definitely some shades.
I can do that. That's settled.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
You go that way. You go that way.
I'm here.
You hit that one. And mark it. You're at it. You go that way. Gonna attack that.
Ready,
with
Watcher.
You. Marking it.
Aye.
What?
Attack. Go for the attack. Oh,
Following
correct.
your
To use his attack as well.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Following your lead.
Hey. I'm here. I fear we've lost.
How may I help?
Down, down. Oh, God.
The angry one.
Stand still.
How may I help?
I'm here.
Following your lead.
Ready, Watcher.
Following your lead.
How may I help?
Ready, Watcher.
I'm here.
Okay.
How may I help?
Ready, Watcher.
Can't get a good shot at this.
Yes?
That's not very helpful.
I'm here.
Shit!
Hey,
This fight is not going well.
Following your lead.
hey.
Great.
Afraid to close your eyes, Watcher? Not all of us are on such bad terms with sleep.
Gonna go ahead and just rest up. Yeah, everybody gets damage reduction. Flame of the good step in because watch across face stares in contemplation. Still, for all the light of the fire, your eyes cannot focus on him. Perhaps it's awakening from sleep or trick of light, but he seems indistinct, blurred on the edges. Everything except for the staff. Staff he seems to be studying its engravings. As you watch, the engravings glow thinly red, like the cracks of heat suffused with wood. Lines stream like molten metal burning along the edges of his staff, then branch out in an intricate series of fiery veins, bunching thickly where his hands clutch the woods, pulsing as if a heartbeat. As you watch, the veins spiral into a dozen separate circles that spiral again until they are arranged in a circle of their own. They pulse, wait, and all is strangely silent. And suddenly there's a great light from the fire, a rushing of air, a great flash. And you awaken again to see Durrance in the same place, still holding his staff. He is solid, real. Doesn't seem to have noticed you or react to what occurred.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door. Tell me what you saw. It is the light of the Godhammer you saw. It was a weapon of Deerwood's people, a symbol of their independence. It saved the Deerwood. It brought the Saints' War to an end, knocked a god from his perch. There are few that will deny Aothis overstepped. The Godhammer reminded Aothis of it. You saw its light because I helped shape it, give it life, and release it into the world. Once seen, its glory is almost too bright to be believed, and too bright to be forgotten. There were 12 of us. We fashioned the weapon, drafted plans for it, prayed for guidance at Ashfall, and it came to me there. Each of us were given a staff made from the forest of black trees around us, glowing with embers and fire far greater than this branch you see now. It felt as if the staff was Margaren's own finger, guiding my hand, guiding the other 11, the shadows of the 12 who had come to stand on the bridge to stop Aothis. Even in that stand, there was a ritual to it. For the 12 that stood on the bridge, there were a dozen shadows cast, a dozen faithful of Margren, her fiercest supporters and shapers of the Godhammer. As 12 held Aethys fast, we 12 unleashed our prayers and let the Godhammer fall.
Blossoms brightly once, resumes its candle intensity in the aftermath, choosing sharper instantaneous if they have edges, and you blink to clear your vision.
Shadows cast by the fire of the Godhammer, perhaps. And we shared their fate as well in time. Now the spine of the Deerwood is marked by the Godhammer, marked by Margren. Not all deaths come with stilled breath and stilled heart, or other stilled passions beneath the waste. Some deaths come from silence. The connection we once shared with Margren. After the light of the Godhammer, it was not the same. It was as if we'd lost our senses, and sense of purpose as well. Instead of victory being welcomed, there was silence, within and without. Not many can claim to have killed a god. It is less a heroic tale than you would think. And such a death, it changed our faith. All faiths, I expect. Doubt followed, and the world changed. I do not believe Margren was pleased by what we had done. The world is broken, the wheel stilled. There is sickness in the world's heart. Perhaps the price of crossing a god. Crossing two gods. Even as Margren shaped our hands, perhaps we carried her will farther than was allowed. Just as Widewind did. Saint Widewind. Mortal arrogance to match mortal arrogance. Yet if the world had changed, then I sought to change with it. If I had forgotten some of Margren's teachings, I would find them again. I would make her see me again. I remembered Margren's teachings, how reminders on the flesh were more important than the death of a vessel. And I wondered if killing Aethys, if that had simply set him free. Had it allowed him to escape his punishment and be taken on the wheel, like a mortal? As I stepped from the now blessed Godhammer Bridge, I thought of Ashfall. I thought of the War of Black Trees, wondered if I needed to be burned to find myself again. That is Margren at her heart. At least that is my hope. These are the doubts that befall me. The road to Ashfall is long, gives one time to think. And if you think long enough, you do not go home. I left without telling anyone, with only the robes I wore at Halgot, my staff, and my name, which is long buried. Of my fellow 11 craftsmen, disciples, I know not what happened to them, if they suffered the same doubt as I did. But it was underserved. It was wrong. We had done all that Or had asked. Grab victory from defeat and... There is something about being used and cast aside. Perhaps Widewen himself felt it. There at the end, when the hammer struck. To be the proof that your god is hollow as the vessel it inhabits. I tried to find purpose, and avoided all contact with other Magranic priests. Did not seek the walls of Ashfall, and sought to make amends to my god through actions. I joined with the Purges for a time, and not long after came the first signs of the Hollowborn. So many crimes, trespasses, violations. The Salvation. Animancers were another sickness born of the Saints' War. A relapse of innovation, of desperation to heal what we had caused. All seemed worse than before the bridge, not better. And as years passed, the world became even worse still for the victory. Huh? Worship the whims of some fickle bitch, and you'll never be more than dirt beneath her feet. Worship what she worships, on the other hand. Take her fire for your own, and her esteem comes on its own. Of course, by that time, you no longer need it. Trial and transformation, sure as Durance taught. You think to put the coals to my feet, but what's burned once will never burn again. These talks are your trial, Watcher. You cannot deflect the truth to one who has already been purified by it.
Bridge because we could control it. It was a place where we could choke Aethus in his own footsteps, where we knew his feet would fall, near a neck of stone. It was more than that. It was the spine of the deerwood, symbolic of his backbone. Such symbols are important in the construction of a weapon, any weapon. Well, and so did his vessel. In its arrogance, he intended to walk up on the bridge as if walking on the backs of the deerwood, and we intend to burn him with the light of our faith, his. 12 on the bridge, 12 in the shadows, and gave ourselves to it.
We put much of ourselves into the Godhammer. Such a device is not simply a machine. There are elements of the spirit in it, even Widewind's spirit. Each of the 12 who brought the Godhammer forth would have done anything to save the Deerwood, save its people. It is why we were chosen. Each of us hated this pretender. That rage, that spirit, that rebellion went into our work, and went into studying him as well. We all studied Widewind. He was our enemy, and he had provided the flesh the god wore as a cloak. That flesh made him vulnerable. I knew what fields his hands had tilled, his family, what he had harvested, where he had been born. We sought to know him, what had led him to fight us. You don't kill the god, you kill the man it inhabits. And you leave that man a ruin, burn him to ash. The weapon was meant to not only burn his flesh, but it would burn his soul. And it did, at the cost of our own, and at the cost of our goddess's favor. That whore be damned.
Perhaps your eyes are blinded by the Godhammer's light, Watcher. I may feel half of a man at times, but even that is twice of that of most.
If you fear for my spirit, your fears are baseless. The Godhammer, seeing its light, only fueled my anger and made me stronger, made me re-examine the teachings of Margren, put them in a new light. I do not need you to cast any more questions on me, Watcher. Nor did I ask you to look upon me without my leave. Get gone, and leave me be.
Okay. A really deep conversation with him in the middle of a haunted
I'm
lighthouse. Pretty chill, you know? Saving, because I like to oversave. See how many more massive freaking fights I get into. Okay. And as you approach, so your cries are 30 years, really missed around its legs with the movement, the black pits with yours. Head tilted back, even as blood curdling howls, the faint movement has just as looking toward the windows and scanning the horizon. His blood puts back. Guada.
Yes?
Logbook.
A simple test. That's settled.
White waters. Exceptional. Nice. +2 to survival. Oh, this is so good. So good for I mean, gotta have that. That's fine. Euchre. Cool. Oh. Is this done? Okay. Oh, shit. Bright Hollow Restoration's done. It's further. These would be towers. I remember I had an idea of what I wanted to do last time. I'm trying to remember what it was. Warden's Lodge? Warden's Lodge. Okay.
Slow and silent.
Gee. I'm just wondering what interesting to be watched the rest of the interesting dark. Okay. We run back out real quick. Go talk to Nya. See if she has anything worthwhile to say here. Sorry, cleared the whole place out.
Hail and well met.
Just wondering. Now used to stop in New Hiramar laden with spoils from outside traders. These days I hear she's been in time for a Defiance a while ago. That's her. She's up port, her captain, an elf named Merowith. It's her shore leave over the charred barrel and Braggonberry. Believe it or not, she likes her creature comforts. That's what I'm talking about. If I want to set foot in the establishment.
Ah, the life of a traveler. So many ruins to uncover, places to see.
Let me go talk to her.
Indeed. Though after 5 years, I'll be ready for a break.
It is true. You have been at it far longer than I. Where will you go next, when you have all the world to choose from?
Home, of course.
I need to go in here anyways. Let me go see if I can find the person I'm supposed to talk to. Oh, wrong place. Father, I took fishing days and I haven't seen them since. Neighbors are to help. The city watch hardly bothers to guess these days. I'd be on the docks and look for herself, but I can't leave the baby. I'll take her to get Hollowborn out. With the balance of the awful. Why wouldn't legacies put in Defiance bays anyway? People are scared and they look for someone to blame. Let's see someone at the brothel or families with poor babes. I don't approve of what goes on at Maya's place, but these tax awareness. They're seeing it'll be hard to live. He's a brave lad, if a little too bold for his own good. He's always been a dutiful son, just a brother. He get dark hair and quick eyes and ready to smile when you find him darkness. I'm sure of it. Since I don't know whether to rejoice or rue that he comes home as often as he does. He's most of his time while I'm drinking at the brothel. He has ever since. Yeah. Okay. Look for him in a little bit. I'm just gonna focus on this quest first. What I'm doing. Banshee one. Go right back to Brockenberry. And then talk to this pirate captain person. This is idea set thing again. The housekeeper watched your ship on the log. You know, she turned me out. We're poorer than the fishermen who live there now. When she learned I put food on a table with silk, which told me that she never saw me again. Never saw me again at the mercy of the gods. It was rough life until I was captain. I was so stubborn. Maybe sometimes when I got it, I'll go. Perhaps he'll give us some peace. Alright, load up. Let's go. Let's see. Put another point in there. I might throw a point in stealth. Yeah, why not? Ooh, I got a new talent unlock. Let's see. Better winning shot. I don't care about most of these other things. Dude, I forgot Primal Man. They're so annoying. Some distant target. Press. Six accuracy. I'm gonna either go marksman or I think I'm gonna go Venom Strike. With the idea of having a little extra damage, it's something to do over time to like some of the bigger guys if I fight when I fight them. That helmet looks so out of place. My goodness. So big. So 2 points in there. Call it a day. Alright, defender. I'm getting about 40 percent. Well, one. Bit of control. Stoppable. Cautious. Open and shield. Also applies to reflex. Ooh, that might be really good. I'm gonna do that. That sounds really good for what he is. Variance. Advantage. There's a special version of Persistent Flame. I think a Brilliant Radiance. Let's do Brilliant Radiance. Like that. Okay. Just throwing out. Get an extra lore. Oh, we get more spells. Let's cruise victims. Causing your effect. Your bench till spell ends. Play emotion. Ooh, that's probably not bad. But ooh, that might actually be really good. Just seeing just deflection. Ooh, that's people are getting on top of him. I'm gonna take that to keep him off of him. For accurate one shot 2 for once. Venom strengths. I didn't read chat. That's rude. I definitely read chat. What do I want to go here? I don't think any of these are great. I think I might just go accurate wounding shot. I'll see that.
Yes?
I guess
Following
he's not
your lead.
quite enough XP. Oh, he is 160 XP off.
I'm here.
Full up. That sucks. So it is. Walk out here and save real quick, and then I need to go back to the docks. Oh. Yeah. Don't delete that save. That would have been bad. I don't know why I went this way. I could have gone the other way and just hopped out. You need to go back to Andre's gift. and go to lighthouse. Let's go this way. Yeah. Let's see. To go. I want to go up here. Oh,
Yes?
why did it do that? I want to go see what happened up here before I go talk to Nia. She's gone. Okay. There's Nia.
How do you do?
Habit does keeping an eye out for you, and she doesn't happen to with herself. Seeing the stairs she's got. She walks right into the lighthouse, never reward anyone, just I'm sure she's met some off finish, she'll right out. So. I'm hearing all sorts of rumors about Merowith and the last lighthouse keeper. I don't know what to believe, but everyone else around here is convinced this place is safe again. Being got a construction crew ready to start work. And I know I've got to thank you here this for you. Come back when the renovation's done. I'll get plans for this place. You're welcome, lady. Yeah, sure, why not? Stuff. Somebody sees someone. Is it an area of effect? That might have been bad. Through worms into existence to fight for the party might be pretty good. What's that fight for the party? And terrified. Oh, that's the effect. Start selling demons at enemies in the area of charming them. Nothing means pure light that are starting endurance are immune to fright. Terrified. An ally is struck to them. I don't really need that. I think I want this worm. Healing capabilities. Sure. I like that. Because it expires in 2 days. Sharper vitals. Burn tributes. Left the dead. No trouble into the Duchess. Deal with. It's probably soon be celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Battle of the Gon. Rilla, the Duchess. Okay. I need to go to Salty Mass now. That's my next quest. It's great, right there.
Good day to you.
I hope it can. Drunk more often than sober in poor company. Either way, he spends his Can't go outside my feet, and yet my daughter's cursing his family. The Willow's just probably playing parts with sailors. So away with courage. Thank you for that information. I did. They went that way. Couldn't have gotten too far. I need to go to Salt Mast.
I'm here.
Oh, whoops. Did not mean to walk into this.
I'm here.
I?
See?
Brave thou shalt not believe.
Okay.
Hey.
Did you just start running at that guy? You also can start running at that guy. Bear can do it too. Fine.
I'm here.
How may I help?
Cast this probably here.
Ready, Watcher.
Attack. Following your lead.
Attack. What the freak just happened? Attack things.
Ready, Watcher.
Don't even pulling it now.
That's not very helpful.
Following your lead. Roll up 10. Your tail ends here.
Settle!
I'm here.
Not believe.
Yeah, because it makes sense that you need to go.
Settle!
I have them.
Settle!
I'm here.
Not bad. Within shield and within dagger, binding copper, water, stuff like that.
I'm here.
Found the thing he was looking for, I suppose. There's more room to run around over here. Base.
See now what the flame has shown us?
Nice. Getting all the things I need. What else is still missing? Holy crap.
How may I help?
My goodness.
Yes?
Ready, Watcher.
How may I help?
Settle!
I'm here.
Lava. Yes?
I have.
Roak 10!
What?
Yes?
I'm here.
Hey.
Okay. That's a
I'm here.
lot of guys. Let's see what else we got. That's everything. If you have curtains during suit, his hands around the dagger, holding his wrist, confused lost, reach towards the soul. The soul, it lashes out, glowing and strikes the air around you, and the soul can't touch you, but you feel it burn with feeble, uncontrolled rays. Okay. Too late for it swirls around you. Experience wonder, fear, and joy. Salty mass. Women with painted faces weep between men stumbling in and out. Lamplight, father's gone. And for a drink, just like always, he said you'll be famous with my hours been granted. Allow me to try to explain this. Back door. In an alley, two men have cornered a woman. Her cheeks are streaked with tears, expecting the soul and looking away. Reaching closer. You step forward, the men barely acknowledge you, but the woman looks at you, plea in her eyes. You see the look in her be strays, and your hollow-born sister. That time father took her from her splintering cradle into the filled wash basin. You were brave that day. The knife is in the thug's belt, it's in your hands, and now it's in his thigh. You're small and fast, but not fast enough. Fingers bite into your arms, and a muddy boot sails towards your face. Then everything is muffled by cold, brackish water. Dog. Dang. Got a dagger. It's too large, it's 6 feet. Letter B is carved into the pommel.
I'm here.
Okay. Oh, thank you. What happens? Oh, for part-time with the rebels never. Unite with Ikali isn't worth this. Okay. Let's go in here real quick.
Nothing like this in Gilded Vale. Just wallow room
How
with
do
a
you do?
milkmaid.
Oh, so I can
Who
afford
knew
to.
what she was doing?
Can't afford to have such a sick creature. I'm talking about. As privilege, surely it should be a crime for you to ever close them. What can Orco do for you? Tell me. No, I'm good. It's not why I'm here.
Overfried cod, watered ale, and prostitution.
I hope you aren't
Greetings,
expecting
see
to
the
find your
sights?
leaden key
Culture.
in
I do
here.
love travel.
Oh, my ears just exploded. Ow. It's like 4 people saying things at the same time. I feel like you hurt. Trouble, are you? Oh. I'm the most sought after girl in the district. He has another just asked the of the night. I'm just to tell me. Another time. This local has been harassing my hardworking boys and girls and our customers. Started showing up at this rush of the Hollow Barn. They've been driving my regulars away. I don't even care about what happens to the gift, but word is it? You're an exception. Duke, if you're to bother with us commoners, I just as soon as I deal with their bureaucracy anyway. Don't know how I can help. Looks in Roman groups, which just mean that they aren't random accidents. That's a real nice way to thank you. And coppers if I were you. And just step outside, see for yourself. The slugs out there just waiting to cause trouble if you don't come or going. Maybe they would have let you pass over. Not doing as well as I'd like with less trouble. I don't know, it's just it looks a little rest and relaxation. I'll see what getting social guest count. Okay. His eyes. Not for me. Not good, but I never thought. Once the youth's over, son's dead, she'll never have him back. That's where I belong. Yeah. Let's. I'll just see if I can go upstairs, see if there's more. Wait, what is this? Oh, that was the guy outside
Hail,
said something
traveler.
better. Okay. Stealing, apparently. Okay. These bandits or whatever. Let's talk this way. Ugh, okay. Well, you're all
Hi.
dead.
I'm here.
What?
Hey,
What?
Brave
how may I help?
I'm here.
Yes?
Yes? Yes?
At once.
Harassing thugs. They're all dead now. Could be what happened. Sending anywhere. I'll never let my boy die for one of this yet. I pray the gods will be kinder to him in next life. May I so for one of my children. Know the truth and keep wondering. Thank you for bringing answers. You don't need them. Rip. Poor kid died. Minor protection. Excellent. Purchase indeed. You're welcome.
Hey.
Walter Three Fingers thinks he can challenge me.
Aye?
Ready, Watcher.
Following your lead.
Second, couldn't mark this guy because you're gonna.
I'm here.
You can go ahead and mark. Where is he? Walter Three Fingers.
Following your lead.
Just shoot people. Just cast a fireball like right here. Oh yeah, that'll do the trick. Radiance.
How may I help?
I'm here.
Fuck.
I'm here.
Lefty.
Stand together.
Drop them. Jeez.
At once.
Stuff on some money. Walter Three Fingers. Nothing good. Money. Fortune arrow. Didn't see chests. Let's see if there's anything down here. There is not. Killed that guy at least.
Hello?
Anything?
Hello?
Oh, missed a guy. Key to a house somewhere. The ramshackle house that I already went through. Alright, well, this one. Before I do this, let me go talk to this guy. And give him his chest back.
Hail, traveler.
Still here. My friend, truly I owe you one. Here, this week's wage, like I promised. Only for that, you keep it. Really, I thank you again for all you've done. At least take this. Put it up while important in dear. It's a good luck charm, but when you have it, I won't forget this. Ooh, necklace that gives +2 intelligence. That'll work. I would rather that than money, that's for sure. I got plenty of money already. I'm, yeah, almost 16,000. Get on the Rune Shackle House. There is, indeed.
Good day to you.
Let's get who are you? Let's meet with the dozens. Where's Defiance rooms what it means to be a Deerwood, and unfortunately I'm the only one who seems to care about the way may squeezing locals. We're gonna kid they're angry. So it should be with the crooked Alma toadying up to the nobles. She's using the tragedy of Wildwind's legacy. Progress more than the deer and overlords. You around here say you've got a good heart. So, the forest district of Defiance Bay. Oh, here. Let me take it back down. I don't think our prices are the issue here. You're kind of just attacking patrons, not. Yeah, I mean, this is on you, fam.
Hey.
What?
Great. Following your lead.
Ready, Watcher. Ready, Watcher.
All my,
I'm here.
you know, prep work for each fight.
Yes?
What?
I'm here.
Soon anyway, so. What do I have?
Ah, thick wood.
How may I help?
I'm here.
They're all dead.
Yes?
Is what it is. I don't have any other option. I don't necessarily want to kill her outright, but alright. It is what it is. Taxes clicked. All earnings were lost to bandits. What do I have left on this? Day and 16 hours. Okay.
How do you do?
So what do you have for sale? I got a lot of stuff I could probably give you. Actually, hold on. Did I talk to this? No. Okay. Oh, wait, where is he? Over here. Like this thing
Good
back
day,
up.
stranger.
You got past his arm. I don't. If you're willing, I'll give you this last piece in the name of someone who will buy it all. All is 200 pounds for getting the cargo here. Sound fair? I sense here and find the answer. She'll know more about that artifact and no profession. Very well. That's fine. I will drop 200 for that. Getting several quests done.
Well met, friend.
That's news worth celebrating. Take some copper and enjoy yourself. Fun, enjoy my social care. Free. It's in a good place to need. I need to talk to her, so gonna pay to get there anyways.
A simple test. A simple test.
Whoops. You didn't know why I saw that?
At once.
Nothing happened.
Greetings.
Oh, sure. Discuss with you. Like, it's actually going for someone else in though. So do I offered him his half the money he refused it. Urban Clan. That I got him where he is today. Really, I'm sorry for him, but I'll bet you anything he lives better now than he did in Aragoth than one time for a way out. And I'm not getting up just because nostalgic. Oh, that's a lot of money. Oh, whoops.
Well met, friend.
I mean, I could just buy it. I have plenty of money. Screw it. Here's this. You do need it. We found everything he's looking for. Okay. I just did like. Oh, why did this? That's annoying. This inventories. This resolve's not bad. Put that on. Section 1.
I'm here.
Good day to you.
Do that. Go ahead. Stop for the night. Well, there goes like a lot of my money, but that's alright. I mean, it wasn't. It was like a third of my money. Over here and sold a bunch of stuff to this guy real quick.
Good day to you.
Alright, let's see. Take all of it. Yeah, you have all this too. That. Trade. Let's give anything I actually want. Where'd they have that? Excellent stealth plus 3 perception. That might be really good for me. Okay. Those are all done. And most of the quests in here, if I'm not mistaken. You go to Brackenberry.
This elder of yours, he may have returned a drunk or an invalid.
6 hours.
Maybe. But the search for Persock is just as important as what I find.
Is that right? And what if you return empty-handed?
Good day, stranger.
I never return empty-handed.
Supposedly the amateur that's selling the stuff, or that will buy it's in here. So he
Hail,
says.
traveler.
I think it's a scroll down here. No.
Well met, friend.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Yes, I know. I must gather my party before venturing forth. And maybe it is the scroll at the out front. I'm not sure.
How do you do?
somewhere in here. Gotta be. Oh, there's Nance.
Greetings.
The chatty old fish has been blabbing about me, I see. Never trust shoots him with so much salt in his beard. Well, let's see what you got. Do you know what I think every touch is valuable was? Yeah. Sharper than metal, I see. Truth is, I could repair the scepter. It's broken, sure enough. Pieces themselves are in good condition. Making it whole again is a matter of alchemy, expensive alchemy. To soak the broken ends and if needs a compound to reconnect them. Never mind the embalming work to restore the enchantments. Just give me the opportunity. Yeah. Researcher working outside the Bale Marsh shattered a dozen volunteers. Of course, we'll never know exactly what went wrong because the all torn to pieces. This mishap bears some of the blame for the slower pace of research in the 2.5 decades that followed. It also helped concentrate the price of animals here in Defiance Bay. What are you using? It's nice. I don't know if it was worth as much as I did spent on it. Definitely give that to him, but chant it. Freezing would be interesting. Spirit slaying probably be pretty good too. It's good freezing. I think that's fun. Not really worth the 1,800 gold that just spent to do that, but hey, it is what it is.
How's the hand?
Turning purple. I'd have to cut it off.
I warned you not to pet him.
If I'm not supposed to pet him, why is he so soft?
Edgar's becoming one of my favorite characters. It's me for real. Just like me for real.
Hail, traveler.
Alright. It's like 3 quests done. I don't freaking know. There's so many. I have so many left. Breastplates. Go to this last one. Go to Copper Lane.
Of all the things I've gotten used to, food was the hardest adjustment.
I quite agree. Dear Woodens oversalt everything and drown it in sauce.
And they burn out all the flavor. Nothing like a raw...
Where is this guy? Must be upstairs.
Welcome.
I'm here.
You must gather your party before...
Hmm. I just completely missed him. That's less I'm buying from. This is getting too dangerous for me. Old Breckenberry stock. These days, I don't know if they're business too much for most degree buyers. No? Yeah, let's say the donuts have exclusive rights to trade certain merchandise within the city. Brazano likes to make some extra coin from time to time by dealing in the same merchandise in a competition. Pregnancies. Even though they're not exactly legal, many folks nowadays for them are the risk of childborn or celibacy. Ah. Gareth, I'm hurt. You promised to buy from only for me. It's a girl to think. Yeah, she's thinking there's anyone else. Got this one last time, right? There's always one more deal until you run out of credit, that is. Just who are you? You don't look like a seed dealer. I think that's a compliment. Ship to the city. Old fool's on a sinking ship and he's determined to drag anyone who gets close down with him. Gareth here knew better, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. In fact, I'll also give you a chance to get even with that imbecile who's been playing around. Playing us both. I wouldn't. He used you to without telling you anything about what you're carrying or who you were crossing. Of course, I'd also consider it a personal favor and health. Do I would know that's ever stingy with his friends. Little ones, anyways. If you're insulted, we're one of the wealthiest merchant families in Defiance Bay. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna call it yeah. Or no. Oh. Twas fun. Maybe I'll play tomorrow. I'm honestly not sure. It's always up in the air when I actually get to sit down and play these. So, until next time.